Hey guys, what's up? It's Hope, and today is Saturday, January 28th, 2017, and I'm here to bring you just another really quick update in reference to fertility and our house and our move and just a general life update to kind of let you know what all's been happening over the last few weeks. Little recap, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy and weight loss surgery in July of 2013. My number one reason for having weight loss surgery was hopefully to be able to combat the polycystic ovarian syndrome and infertility issues that I had been struggling with for a few years. You know, I don't regret anything. I definitely feel like it was meant for me to have weight loss surgery. It changed my life, and even if I have had some gain over the last couple of years, it gave me my life back, and it allowed me to be able to live in a body that was really the very best me possible, and I'm just so grateful for it. I know that I started out in the very beginning wanting to get pregnant, and that was my number one goal, and of course I've been able to accomplish and surpass any expectations I've had in reference to weight loss surgery, so I'm definitely very grateful for that. And so if you've been following my journey or my channel and been a subscriber for a long time, you kind of know that about me. But now we're in a different stage of life. We are gearing up to do in vitro, and I'm really excited about that. The last update, like I said, I gave y'all was we had sold our house, officially sold on Christmas Eve, but we are just trying to get everything packed, and it's just if you've ever bought and sold, or just bought period or sold period, but if you've ever done that at the same time, it's really stressful, but we are just so grateful to be in a position where we were able to sell this house, and we're going to be able to take the equity from the sale of this house and just pay off a lot of debt and be able to, like I said before, fund our in vitro cycle. So I'm so excited about that. So another main reason I want to talk to y'all today is this last week on Wednesday, I went and saw my fertility specialist to kind of get a plan in place. And I also wanted to update her kind of where we were in the journey. I hadn't seen her since last summer. We actually went through a failed adoption last year, and so we found out about the adoption, and then we went to our specialist kind of around the same time, and so we were waiting to see what was going to happen with our adoption, and unfortunately it did not work out. I posted a video about the adoption a few videos back, so if you wanted to go check that out. So we updated her on that, and then we kind of just got a plan in place. And so what I love so much about our specials is that she always gives us this calendar, and so it kind of maps out everything for you. And I'm not going to go too in depth on the in vitro side of things, because we are going to be going to a class and meeting with the person responsible for kind of doing the embryo side of things. And so I'm really excited to go to that class and learn a lot more about that process. So after we attend that class on February 20th, I'll be able to post another video just kind of about what we learned going to that class. I'm super excited about that, because I feel like just from doing research and being a part of groups and forums online, I've learned a lot, but I can't wait to it's completely different when you're in the middle of it yourself. And so I feel like up until this point, it's just been kind of one of those, I don't know, like pipe dreams. Like, I never imagined we would be here in this place. I never dreamed we would be able to afford in vitro. And so neither one of our insurances cover fertility treatment, sidebar. So we really felt like we didn't have any other choice. And I kind of went into our personal reasons of why we're selling this house in a couple of videos back too. So let's talk about the calendar real quick. So basically, our next steps are this, and this is what we wanted to line out with our fertility specialist when we went to see her on Wednesday. She took some blood, and she's going to do labs on us just to make sure everything still looks okay. But the next steps are going to be call her on the first day of my February period, and then I will start medicine that day. I'll go in for an ultrasound day 1 of my cycle, and I will start medicine that day. And so I'll kind of just go through the process with y'all. So I'll call the office and come in for an ultrasound, or just baseline blood test, not an ultrasound, but a baseline blood test on cycle day 1 in February. And then I'll start birth control. I won't have to take the sugar pill part. I'll only be taking the hormones. And then I'll have to do, there's all kinds of medicines. And I'm going to go through all of that with y'all once we get all of the medicines kind of squared away. But I'll have to take birth control. I'll have to take Cetratide. I'll have to take Gonal F, which are injections. And then HCG injections as well. And then somewhere along the way, she said I might have to do a hysterosonogram. And so that basically just makes sure that everything still looks normal and still looks good and nothing is blocked. And I'll do that on cycle day 12. And then, I'll just kind of proceed through the calendar. So it's lots of medicine, just gearing up for egg retrieval, which will take place at the end of March. So my cycles are typically they begin at the end of the month. And so probably the February 19th through the 22nd, my cycles are still very irregular because I do still have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So depending on when I start my period in February, that's when we'll start everything. And so it'll be the end of February is when I'll start, and then the end of March is when we'll do the egg retrieval. And so that will be kind of an outpatient thing. I'll go to a local hospital. I'll actually have to travel to Houston, which is about an hour away. And they will do the egg retrieval there. She said my AMH levels and my egg, the number of eggs I have are very good quality. And so she feels like we're going to be able to get a lot of really great eggs, which I was really excited about. She said that's another reason why she feels like IVF is such a good choice for us, because I do have so many eggs that are of great quality. And the medicine that she's actually had Andy's been taking Clomid for like the last year, and she's noticed just by him coming in and doing regular semen analysis that, it's definitely helped his count. So she really feels like IVF is really just still our very best option, and so she's really excited about that for us. So she feels like egg retrieval is going to work perfectly. She doesn't feel like there's going to be any issues with that. And then we will, after egg retrieval, they will make our embryos. We'll find out, through the entire process how all of that works. And then they will freeze our embryos. So we will be doing a frozen embryo transfer. You can actually do a fresh or a frozen. And she feels like just with the amount of eggs that I have and going through the egg retrieval, she wants to give my body time to kind of recoup from the egg retrieval before we go straight into trying to implant the embryo. So implantation will not happen probably till the beginning couple of weeks in April, where they actually put the embryo back in and hopefully it implants, fingers crossed. But we'll be able to kind of follow that journey of our embryos and find out how many we have and if they're of good quality and if they're healthy, which I'm really excited about learning more about that process when we go to that seminar that I was talking about earlier. And I'll probably talk about pre-genetic screening after we go meet with them as well. You can actually opt to have your embryos scanned for any sort of, or tested, I guess, for any sort of abnormalities. And so I'll talk more about that whenever I go see, or when I go to that seminar as well. But just getting a plan in place, and I'm super excited about it. So next steps obviously are get this house sold, buy our next house, get moved. She definitely felt like if at the end of February I was still super stressed about the move and just finances and all of that, she said she wouldn't be opposed to like moving it back until the end of March. Just because she doesn't want anything to affect the cycle. And if I'm super stressed out and worried and nervous, obviously there's going to be a little bit of that anyway, but she wants to make sure that it's not in the middle of a super crazy stressful time, which I completely understand and completely appreciate her advice on that. So that's our plan. So either, like I said, if we go by this plan, end of February, going all the way till the end of March, and then implantation happens in April. And so I'm really excited. I'm gearing up for that. I had gained some weight since I'd seen her in the summer, which I knew I had. And so she did mention that she wants me to kind of get my weight back down under control, which obviously I know and I'm trying to work on. And so I am actually headed to the grocery store this weekend. I need to start prepping to get back on keto or low carb and figure out what's going to work just to get my body back to where it needs to be and just start making really good choices and just get back on track. So if anything is going to motivate me to do that, this was definitely it. I am just so excited, and Andy is so excited, and it's just a really interesting time in our lives, and so we're really grateful to just have this opportunity. I feel like I've just gone on and on and on, and I'm so sorry this video is so long, but I feel like I just need to share all of this with you guys. Y'all have been with me this entire time, and we are gearing up for IVF, and I can't even believe it. So I'm super excited about sharing the journey with everybody. Feel free to leave some comments below, and I will get back to y'all as soon as I can. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on and on about all of this. I'm so excited, and I'm not looking back, and I'm just looking forward, and I'm praying and hoping that this is our time, and I'm just really excited to be able to share the journey with all of you. So I will see you guys very, very soon. I will be updating y'all on the move, and I've had some people ask about house tours, and I would love to do that for you guys. So I don't know, be on the lookout for more videos from me soon, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.